Laugh out loud, love a lot, and shop for what makes you happy.
Hey guys, Mandy here with the first section of our Simple Decorating Book Club series. This is going to be section 1 of 7 sections. If you missed the introduction video, I will link it below. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. I hope you subscribe and stay around for a while. Be sure to hit the notification bell so that you get notified when the next video is up, and let's get started. So section 1 is titled Signature Style, and it is for tips 1 through 7. There are 50 tips in this book. So tip 1 says define your life first, which totally makes sense. Define the purpose for each room before you decide how you're going to decorate it. And I have my notes here in case I keep looking down. It's a lot to remember. So for me, I have my living room, and there's 3 different sections in my living room. We have our dining table in there. We have our little reading nook, and then we have our seating area, which is sort of a more traditional living room space. So the dining table is multifunctional. It's for the kids' crafts, and it's also where the kids eat. The gray chair is a reading nook, it's a timeout chair, and it's also extra seating when we have people over. And then the seating area is where the kids play, it's for relaxing, it's for hosting people. A lot of times it's for sleeping, somebody will be sleeping on the couch, and then it's also for eating, that's where we adults eat. All right, on to tip number 2, which is discover your style. And she says to brainstorm inspirational words for your home. So for my home, I want it to be comfortable and refreshing. It's very low contrast, it's calm, and it's a little bit of a bohemian cottage feel. Tip number 3 is a DIY. It says craft an inspiration board. For me, I don't want to do that. I like my Pinterest boards, and the thought of all the work that would have to go into crafting an inspiration board would make me go crazy. I am not a scrapbooking type of person, but if you are, maybe that you would find that very inspirational, but for me it would just overwhelm me. Tip number 4 is to create a style wish list. For me, my style wish list is on Pinterest, and it's also in my home inspirations binder, which I think I have posted it in another video. If I have, I'll link it below. Tip number 5 is to change your style on a budget. She says try something unexpected. I don't really have an area that needs that. Clear out the unloved. I really need to purge my decor stash. Not like my holiday and seasonal stuff, but like my everyday type of stuff, because it's getting to be an overwhelmingly lot. Next, she says to get sentimental, and I do have mostly sentimental decor. I have a lot of pictures in my living room, and some of my other decor is just stuff that people have given to me, and it's very precious to me. Next, she says look at the overlooked. And I don't know how to look at something that I'm not seeing. Although if we're talking about my what I should deal with list, that's pretty long. She also says shake things up. Like I said with the first tip, I don't really have an area that needs that. Tip number 7, mix and match to get your look. She says to add surprise. My style is eclectic enough that I feel like a twist would like go unnoticed. There's just too much stuff going on in my house, especially with kids' toys and that sort of thing. I try to keep everything very calm and almost monochromatic and peaceful. Next, she says to simplify. So basically remove excess clutter from surfaces. That's not a problem since we don't actually have that many surfaces to start with. And as for neutral walls, I find that really boring. For me, I want my space to be calm, but I don't know. I'm not an all white everything kind of person or an all neutrals kind of person. That would really bore me to tears. Next, she says unite, and specifically she's talking about repeating colors in a space. And I did that for my living room. There's a lot of purple, and then there's teal is sort of an accent color that's repeated throughout my living room. In my kitchen, I don't really feel like it's necessary because most of my kitchen is teal because I painted my cabinets teal. I use chalk paint. I'll link that video down below. But for the most part, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with my decor choices. I mostly just need more paint and also to not be pregnant. But now that I think about it, I'm really struggling with my laundry room. I feel like there are no good laundry room decor inspirations on Pinterest or anywhere on the internet. They're either not my style or my laundry room is set up differently or whatever. So that is a project that I need to be thinking about. Next, she says to celebrate, and I have to agree, it's really quite liberating not to like force a label on yourself. But I imagine that if I were to put a label on my style, it would be a bit like my clothing style, which is like casual bohemian with a romantic twist. Tip number 7 is let your story and home evolve. I feel like this is a requirement, especially for those of us who have young families. Our needs change so often and our style has to change along with it. But I feel like it's important to remember that in all aspects of life, that this is a season and it's okay for things to change. That doesn't mean you don't invest in the here and now, but just remembering that life is a journey and that things will change and it's okay to roll along with it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that you will join me next time when we do section 2, and I will see you then. Bye!